Hello and welcome back to the final episode of the Sports Shift. Brylin, can you believe it's been 26 episodes?
I cannot. It went by very fast.
It's been a ride, but we're not done yet.
We got one more.
Yes. We are joined here by Angela Quillen. She is the captain of the women's golf team and soon to be captain of the women's field hockey team next season. So, Ange, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course. So, tell us a little bit about how you got into golf and why you chose to play here at Newman.
So coming to Newman, I originally was recruited for field hockey, and my freshman and sophomore year, I did not play golf at all. This year, Christy Flegel, our associate athletic director, reached out to me, and she was like, we're looking for more girls to play on the golf team. So I talked to my parents. My dad had played golf a little bit. My field hockey coach told me to go play golf, so that's how I ended up on the team.
So this is basically your first time playing golf?
This is my first time ever playing golf.
And how was it? How has your experience been?
It's been really fun. It's so peaceful out on the course, and when it's just you and your clubs and you're going against yourself, you just get a lot of time to kind of reflect, and it's been a really great experience meeting new girls on different teams and just having that opportunity.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm sure your dad's proud. He's giving you some pointers.
He's definitely been giving me some pointers. Calls me Tiger Woods now. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
So how did you find your way to Newman?
So my cousin actually played soccer here. She was here for all 4 years, did some of her graduate work here. So it was actually kind of, when I was looking for school, she was like, you should go check it out. And I did. And I remember the day I came to Newman, I just got done touring another campus, and I was so disappointed in that tour. So I was not looking forward to coming here, and then I stepped on campus, and I immediately knew that it was going to be my home for the next 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the feeling I got too.
Absolutely. Newman has that effect on a lot of people.
Yeah. So you're very new to golf and obviously excelling, and you're already a leader on the team, being captain, and you've been on the leadership core of the field hockey team, soon to be captain there. What have you found has worked for you as a leader?
For me, I like to use a lot of my personal experiences, either from past leaders or captains that I've have the opportunity of watching, my coaches, and I like to make sure that the people that I know that I am going to be leading know that I'm doing it with them. It's not just me being in control, it's me going through these experiences with them and giving them the best pointers and guidance that I can.
So seeing where the team was this year, how do you see the team moving forward to next season?
I'm really excited for next season. I think, unfortunately, we are losing 2 really great players since they're seniors. But I think next season we're going to come out with a really big bang. Like, we have all these girls now. We're all excited to go out and play. And next season, things will be a little more structured, which is great. We'll have a better handling on things, and I think we'll do really, really well.
Nice. Now what about field hockey?
Yeah.
For field hockey, kind of same thing. This year, you guys did have Lizzie on the show. So you heard a little bit about our team story with her, but we are really looking forward next year to have Coach Enters there with us the whole season from start to finish. And our whole team, we have this big mindset where we all know the goals that we're going after, and every single one of us is putting in the work. And it's really great to see across the board through every year here that we have, and it's going to be a really great season.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, golf and field hockey, they have their similarities, but the pace is pretty different. Field hockey's more fast-paced. Golf, you have to be centered, mind-focused. So how have you found that balance as an athlete to kind of make that momentum switch?
It was really difficult in the beginning. I remember the first day stepping out onto the golf course and holding the clubs for the first time, just trying to go through the ball, like the motions with the balls and everything. I was just like rapid fire, and the coach was like, slow down and breathe. But it's definitely like, there's been days where I've gone from field hockey to golf, and it does take a minute just to kind of like you said, center yourself, be mindful and in the moment with it. So it definitely has helped me as an athlete to concentrate more and to know, like, okay, we have to focus on what's present and just change your paces, and it helps in a lot of things.
Right. You find that balance as an athlete, which makes you perform better in both sports. So
exactly.
That's awesome. Well, should we do our time 10?
We shall do our time 10.
Okay. 1 minute on the clock.
Michael Crossan.
Yes, our rapid fire 10 questions. you'll do great with this.
Okay.
Yes. It's rapid fire. So first thing that pops in your head.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Start the clock. What's your favorite music?
Country.
Hobby other than golf or field hockey?
Snowboarding.
A place you would like to visit?
Ireland.
Favorite TV show growing up?
Ooh. I didn't really watch a lot of TV growing up, so
That's
I don't
okay.
know.
What about like books? Maybe.
Song. Anything by Luke Bryan.
Ooh.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Rice cakes.
Celebrity crush.
Oh. Ryan Reynolds.
Favorite sport or team to watch?
Soccer.
Would you rather travel Europe for a month or stay in a tropical island for 2 weeks?
Europe for a month.
What is your favorite season throughout the year?
Summer.
I
Beautiful.
love that. That's a great note to end on. And since you did so well, Michael McCrawson will set you up with a VIP meet and greet with Ryan Reynolds
Oh, Mike.
for coming on this interview with us. So thank you so much, Ange.
Thank you guys
It
for
was a
having
Thank
me.
you.
Best of luck with the rest of the golf season
Thank
and
you.
next season for field hockey. We wish you all the best. And thank you guys. Stick around for our final episode of the Sports Shift. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the 26th and final episode of the Sports Shift with Brylin and Ria. Sadly, bittersweet to say that we are graduating and this is our final episode.
But Ria, it's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. It's been fun. It's been a pleasure. And shall we do it one last time?
We shall. Let's get it right started. Nate Diaz has extinguished talk of a trilogy fight with Conor McGregor and accused the UFC of holding him up from facing other opponents. Diaz wants the company to give him a fight so he can see out his contract. It's thought the star either wants to retire or try his hand in another promotion, but the 37-year-old has ruled out the possibility that a final UFC fight will be against McGregor. He tweeted, "I've been trying to fight everybody and no go. What's the holdup at UFC? I'm not fighting Conor. He sucks. I'll fight someone. Quit slow rolling me. Thanks." So, wow, what
Yeah.
a tweet.
Some
Ria.
hard choice words there for Nate Diaz towards Conor McGregor, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the last fight that they had, I think Nate Diaz had it in the bag, but then Conor came along and said, "No, I definitely beat you." So maybe
Yeah.
he just doesn't want to deal with that nonsense
Probably
again.
not.
Yeah, but the Champions League semifinals were kicked off with Manchester City beating Real Madrid 4-3 on Tuesday. Manchester City rarely breaks their stride in the Premier League, showing few nerves, but history shows as soon as the Champions League anthem rings, they take on a different personality. Now the Premier League champions need to approach the second leg with caution as they face Liverpool in the next round. Definitely going to be a challenging match for them.
Absolutely a good one, too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Toronto Maple Leafs superstar Austin Matthews is the newest member of the 60-goal club. Matthews scored in the matchup against the Detroit Red Wings last night, becoming the first ever player since Steven Stamkos in the 2011-12 season to hit this historic mark. He's the 21st player in the NHL to accomplish this 60-goal accolade in a single season. We all know Austin Matthews, what a guy, what a great player. Like,
unbeatable.
Yeah.
You
you love to see it.
yeah. You just have to honor him. You know, the guy deserves it. But with the NFL draft taking place tonight, the Eagles are not only preparing to evaluate players physically, but also psychologically. Here are some things a stopwatch just can't measure. Some things all the game tape in the world won't reveal, and some things that even the most savvy football minds have no clue about. Pre-draft player evaluations have evolved immensely in recent years, and it's no longer enough for teams to get to know what kind of football players college prospects are. It's just as important to know what kind of people they are. There are several layers of psychological evaluation as far as the Eagles are concerned, starting with the scouts. In a press conference, Howie Roseman addressed this, saying, really the first credit to that goes to our scouts, all of the guys that are on the road all year long. He said they do a tremendous job of being experts in their school and in their players. They're the ones who really alert us to some guys that we may need to spend a little extra time with. It's their job to meet with the prospects and try to determine which ones are draft risks because of personality traits, background issues, or other red flags. And the bottom line is that drafting college football players is about as inexact a science as you can possibly have. The more you know, the better equipped you are to make a decision. And for the Eagles, that goes for their mental traits as well as physical. We'll see how this all plays out into the fate of the Birds' decision-making tonight at 8 p.m. when the draft goes live.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is very smart to add that added element in and really hone in on not only physical, but psychological.
I think it's smart, too, with mental health being such a huge deal now. Like, I think you need to know where your player's head's at.
Right, exactly. Exactly. You don't want like a ticking time bomb. You want to keep it.
Keep the culture good.
Yes.
Good culture here.
Good call by the Eagles.
The Toronto Raptors are now halfway to history, and the Sixers have given them every reason to believe it's possible. No team in the NBA has ever won a series after being down 3-0, but Toronto won its second straight game over the Sixers on Monday night, taking a 103-88 Game 5 win at the Wells Fargo Center. The Sixers' third chance to clinch their first-round series will be Thursday night at Scotiabank Arena. All the 5 Sixers starters scored in double figures, led by Joel Embiid, who had 20 points and 11 rebounds. The Raptors had a 29-11 advantage in bench points. The Sixers' start wasn't much better than the last time they were at home. In Game 2, the Raptors were up 11-2 before the Sixers knew what hit them. On Monday, the team's deficit was 18-9 after a tough Gary Trent Jr. jumper. 2 James Harden turnovers led to transition Toronto hoops. Sakem and Team Birch also nailed early three-pointer shots. The Sixers had understandably been fine with those players taking throughout the series. Maxey attacked impressively on a few occasions in the second half, but the Sixers' offense was still a million miles from crisp. That made the team's open misses hurt even more. Harden dipped to 2 for 9 from the floor when he came up empty on the three-point try early in the fourth. Blown leads were the story of last postseason for the Sixers, in large part because they couldn't regain their footing when things began to slip. The trend was sure apparent Monday night. Let's just hope that they can fix their stance to close it out and advance to round 2 Thursday night. So we'll see how they do, Ria. I'm really hoping they don't blow this.
Yeah, well, is this situation anything out of the ordinary for Philadelphia sports?
No. And fans are already giving up hope, which just shows that this has happened before.
Well,
but I'm just praying, please don't.
Well, the Philly teams always have to make it an interesting run, up and down, up and down. But you know what? When the outcome is good, it makes it all the more sweet.
All the more better, yeah.
So a rare couple of consecutive wins come to an end Monday night for the Flyers as they lost to the Blackhawks 3-1 at United Center in Chicago. Both clubs came into the matchup playing out the string on their 2021-22 campaigns. Kevin Hayes, who in the morning was announced as the Flyers' Masterton Trophy nominee, scored his team's lone goal. In the final 6 minutes of the first period, Sandstrom made a pair of superb sprawling saves to keep the Flyers down only 2-1. The first came on Filip Kurashev and the second on Dominik Kubalik. All in all, the 25-year-old Swede has handled himself pretty well. Despite being without an NHL win, he has put up a .914 save percentage in his 4 outings. Chicago netminder Kevin Lankinen stopped 33 of the Flyers' 34 shots with a 4-1 victory Sunday over the Penguins. The Flyers had just won back-to-back games for the first time since March 5th through the 8th. They'll finish the season with only one winning streak greater than 2 games. They pulled off 3 straight wins from December 10th to the 14th, and the Flyers split their 2-game regular season series with the Blackhawks 1-1-0. With just 2 games left, the Flyers' chances of finishing in the bottom 3 of the NHL standings are still pretty decent, and that, of course, would only help the team's 2022 NHL Draft Lottery odds. The Flyers' 29th in the league League's 32-team standings are 3 points ahead of the expansion Kraken, but Seattle has 2 games in hand with 4 remaining. 3 of those 4 matchups are against non-playoff clubs. In Game 81 of 82, the Flyers visit the Jets on Wednesday, which is tonight at 7:30 p.m., and then jet right back home to close out the season at home on Friday against the Ottawa Senators. So Friday, hopefully they can end it off with a win. Hopefully get the win tonight and Friday, end on a good note.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show that young team talent, because there in those 2 wins against the Penguins and Montreal, there were some good things that happened.
So that's just, foreshadowing for next year,
Yes,
hopefully.
yes. Get
So,
a good kickstart.
but in other, the Phils are red hot. They now have 2 straight wins since the Colorado Rockies came to town. In the past 2 games, they've collectively scored 18 runs and had 20 hits. Last night, the Phils managed a complete victory against the Rockies. They pitched, hit, and fielded very well to lock in the 10-3 win. There was more than just offense to this Phillies win. Zach Eflin pitched 6 innings of 2-hit ball, surrendering just a 2nd inning single and a 6th inning solo on homer to Charlie Blackmon, who had 2 of them on the night, the 13th and 14th of his career against the Phillies. Eflin struck out 3 and walked 1. He has gone 28 straight starts dating to August 2020 without walking more than 2 batters. The victory left the Phillies at 8-10 heading into the 3rd game of the 4-game series Wednesday night. Ranger Suarez will get the ball for the Phillies and look to continue an excellent run of starting pitching by the club. First pitch is 6:45 tonight at Citizens Bank Park. Could this be a good sign for the Phils are starting to heat up a little bit? I think so. I think they are, tuned in.
Well, 20 hits, 18 runs. Those bats are hot, and hopefully they continue to stay hot. We want to sweep the Rockies.
Absolutely.
But in Newman athletics here, with their game being postponed last night, the baseball team looks to defeat Eastern University today at 3:30 p.m., so that should be a good one.
In hopes for a win, because I know the baseball team is looking for a win right now.
Yes.
I feel like they haven't played. It's been raining, so they're
the weather
excited.
hasn't been all that great.
Yeah, they're excited to get back on the field. But the softball team drops a pair at Arcadia University Tuesday evening to close out the regular season. Our Knights look to bounce back this weekend when the team travels to the Atlantic East Conference playoffs. They open the postseason up this Friday against Centenary University at 2 p.m., and then they take on host Marywood University at 4 p.m., which I didn't know that they did that. I thought it was like a one-and-done thing, but they play games and then they come together, and I don't know. I thought it was one game, and if you lose, then you're done.
Yeah.
But it's not like that.
It's almost like a series.
Yes.
It's an interesting way to do it. But the men's golf team finished 3rd in the conference championship. The Knights finished with a combined score of 668. Captain Jared Chrisman earned Atlantic East second team all-conference for this past season. He finished 8th at the championship, shooting a 2-day total of 161. So congratulations to the men.
Yes,
I know
did
they fought
perform
hard
well.
this season.
Absolutely. And as much as we've been talking about the men's lacrosse team dominating, they are riding the struggle bus for just a little bit. Hopefully we'll get over that soon. But on a 2-game losing streak, the men fell to Cabrini last week and to Marywood on Saturday 7-5. The Knights could not get anything going Saturday as their offense was stagnant with only 8 shots on cage all game. The men look to get another win under them as they travel to Immaculata University today, looking to finish conference play 3-3. Face-off is slated for 4 p.m., so the men are looking to get a win in hopes for a better playoff seeding, hopefully, and maybe they'll be able to host someone Saturday.
I'm hopeful they'll accomplish it. You have to have your ebbs and flows of the season.
Absolutely.
And hopefully they can gain their confidence back and grab a few wins before that happens. But the women's lacrosse team had a thriller game on Saturday, celebrating their senior night with an overtime win to beat the Marywood Pacers 13-12. Congratulations to Lindsay Fagan on receiving Atlantic East Conference Offensive Player of the Week. She was unstoppable for the Knights, tallying 9 goals, leading the team with 5 ground balls and 3 caused turnovers. The back-and-forth battle continued throughout the game, with Fagan scoring to force overtime with only 17 seconds left. with the score tied at 12. Captain Katrina Corrigan stood her ground between the posts, and despite being down a man, the Knights transitioned the ball up the field beautifully. Sophomore Maggie Blemmings found the back of the net off a feed from Brylin Adams to tally her 8th goal of the season. And the Knights finish their regular season tonight as they face Immaculata University. The game is set to start at 4 p.m. So
Please come out and support.
That's on home turf.
It is.
Yes,
it is. It'll be a good game. If we win, we get to host Gwynedd Mercy on Saturday. And if we lose, we have to go play Immaculata again, but it's at Immaculata. So.
And I know the revenge has been snowballing up against Gwynedd. So that we want that.
We have a lot to fight for today.
Yes.
To say the least. But the men's tennis team has been unbelievable. They finished their conference play 4-1 as they completely dominated Gwynedd Mercy Friday 8-1. The Knights finished as the number 2 seed and host Marywood University today in the conference semifinals. And a huge congratulations to Justin McCollin, who was named Atlantic East Weekly Honor Roll. So I'm hoping to see the men maybe come on with a trophy, possibly.
Yeah.
Next year, maybe?
Yes.
I don't know.
Definitely show out today. It's always exciting watching them. So it's a beautiful day. It's a little nippy, but the sun's out. So, why not get outside, get some fresh air? And our track and field team returns to action Saturday at the Morgan State Legacy Meet. Congratulations once again to Andrew Kanaisi, earning Atlantic East Conference Weekly Honor Roll, finishing his 800-meter race in only 1 minute and 54 seconds. Could he ever get faster? Brianna Connor placed 6th in the women's shot put, and Courtney Humphreys crossing the line for her 800-meter run in just 2 minutes and 26 seconds. The team is back in action tomorrow at the Penn Relays until Saturday. So
good luck to all of our Newman athletes with conference plays coming up, championships. Everyone's season's coming to an end. So good luck to every athlete, and I just want to thank you, Ria, for being such a great co-host, and I've had nothing but fun and a great experience and time with you.
Well, you can't give me all the credit. This was all Brylin's idea, and, it wouldn't be made possible with her by my side. Thank you guys for tuning in. Best of luck with finals and your last week of classes. Thanks for sticking around with us for this semester.
Absolutely, and this may not be the end of Sports Shifts. It may be the end for me and Ria, but we want to introduce Alex Castells and Nick Cappola. They will be taking over Sports Shift next year, so make sure you tune in and watch those two as they, take this over and do whatever they would want to.
Yeah, we're passing the baton over. So thank you guys again. Have a great rest of your week and an awesome summer, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for sticking with us for the Sports Shift.